Hi everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is a review of this knife. And this knife is a traditional Scandinavian knife. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but it's a traditional Scandinavian design that's used and associated with the Sami people. And as you can see, it has the curly birch handle, which is absolutely stunning. And then it has the blackened steel with a nice sharpened edge. This is apparently a laminated steel. It's a high carbon laminated steel, and it comes to a Scandi grind edge. This is, quite frankly, one of the sharpest knives I've ever seen. It is insanely sharp. The steel is relatively thick. I think it's probably 5/32. It's not as thick. It's not thick enough to be like a chopper. I probably wouldn't baton with this, although it is a full tang knife, as you can see there. There's the end of the tang. But as sort of a large utility blade, outdoor utility blade, this thing is amazing. The grind and the blade shape are fantastic. I took it outside and was like sort of a jackass in the backyard. Actually, not the backyard. There's a portion of our land behind our yard that's just sort of overgrown. And you could go back there and giant tall weeds or like small trees, and I could cut through them with like a single pass. It felt like a fucking ninja, which is really obnoxious, I know, but as a test of sharpness, it's just insane. I mean, this knife is so freaking sharp. It's incredible. The handle is really great. It's super comfortable in the hand. And if I was going to get a knife like this, I'd probably get one that's a little smaller, because a knife this big is pretty hard to wield or to use. And this design seems perfect for like a small utility blade. Maybe something with like a 3.25 inch blade. But the handle itself is fantastic. I mean, look at that. It's just, not only is it beautiful, but it's fully contoured. There's a place here for your fingers. It just locks in. It really locks in. It's such a good knife. I really like it. The brass at the end gives it a nice kind of touch. And then there's this. This is basically a leather tube. There's a plastic insert in there because the steel is so sharp it could probably slice through the leather. But it's very rigid. It has a hole at the end to let out water. And then it has this, a belt loop. And it doesn't strap onto anything, it just hangs freely. But the end result is it gives you a great deal of mobility. And while it probably is not something you want to sit down in a car wearing, if you're on a hike, it's just much nicer than some of the bigger sheaths out there, some of the bigger and less flexible sheaths. As you can see, there's some nice tool work here. This is just a beautiful knife. It's a really excellent value. The Ahti knives are not terribly expensive for what they are. You should take a look at it, and a review of this knife is coming soon.